Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners.
You are tuning into the Goldylocks Productions presentation of the Angels and Healing Light Show. Sit back, relax, and be open to receive the angelic messages and healing channeled through your host, Laura Romeiro.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Angels and Healing Light Show. It's Laura Romeiro, your angel intuitive, angel guide, angel connector, healer. We're here to have a wonderful hour with the angels and you, the Angels and Healing Light family. So welcome back to another wonderful hour here. So some exciting announcements I'll talk about in a little while, but I'll talk about again in a little while. But on Friday, for our Patreon members, we have Halloween Squares featuring the hosts of various Goldylocks Productions shows, and we're going to be doing our own version of Hollywood Squares, only Halloween Squares. It should be a lot of fun. So I hope you get to watch. If you have any cool questions to ask in a spirit of fun, then let Tiffany know. But please join us. I think it's going to be an absolute scream. No pun intended. Ooh, that's scary. It's going to be an absolute scream because when this group gets together, we sure have a lot of fun. So check it out on Friday. Yep, and Tiffany put up the connection there, Hollywood Squares 2020. So hey, Sarah, how are you? Good to see you. So that's my first amazing announcement today. And good morning, Barbara. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you here. And yes, we are blessed with healing and protection. Amen to that. So many good things surrounding us right now, so much beautiful energy, so much light, so much love coming down from the heavens around you, around your heart, your soul, your body, your work, your family, so much there. So please tap into that. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Elizabeth. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome. All right. Woo, everybody's here. The fun crew is here. So Chris Vane and I from the Little Bear Sanctuary, and Chris is another one of our show hosts, Fridays at high noon. He is with the Little Bear Sanctuary. So I think he and I we thought about maybe being twins by putting paper bags over our heads with the little holes cut out. And we thought, we weren't sure how to dress for this Halloween Squares, what costume, but I thought, we could be twins with paper bag twins. So, see what you think about that. But of course would wear a mask, a face mask over the bag, just to make it socially correct, healthy correct. So angel energy this morning is coming in waves, and it has a lot of subtlety to it. The subtlety is in line with the message, the angel message that I received this morning that you will hopefully have gotten in your email. If you don't get my weekly emails, my weekly angel messages, then please go to my website and sign up for them. There's a weekly angel message along with links to my show every week. So that's angelsandhealinglight.com. And take a look around while you're there. So the message today was about how you see things. And the angels are asking you to ask yourself how you see something, how you see that, how many layers does something have, or are you seeing just what's on the surface? Are you diving into the background? Are you looking into what's around that might just be out of your field of vision or might not have the clarity that you would like, but it's still there? So the angels are coming through with gentle waves of information this morning and just gentle reminders that they're sending gentle waves right now of light and energy to all of you. And it's about paying attention how you see things, how you interpret things, how you feel things, how you get the information. So it's looking beyond the initial surface. And as the questions were asked, regarding a particular photo that they pointed out to me to post, it's a really pretty photo of some bright orange leaves and look like blueberries. So the blueberries were in high relief along with some of the very close leaves. And the colors were absolutely gorgeous. But there's more to that picture than first meets the eye. Gorgeous orange surrounding it. And then there's a little bit of green and a little bit of yellow and a little bit of purple. And then in the background where it's faded out, you have to wonder, okay, we think that that's more of these orange leaves, but is there more to it than that? So take a look at that email and just kind of answer those questions when you look at that picture. They really want you to look at things from a different point of view, not limiting yourself to seeing what's on the surface. And the importance of that is because there's a divine order to everything. And we may not see all of the answers immediately because we perhaps don't look. Perhaps they're not there yet. But the angels are asking you to take the time, and it's important for you to learn how you look at things, how you receive information as well. Getting comfortable with trusting the information that you receive and the way that you receive it. So do you receive information by seeing, by hearing, by touch, by smell, by knowing, or is it many of those ways? So the angels are reminding you to get in touch with that part of yourself and figure out which is the way that you receive the information most easily, most prominently. And that will also help answer some of those questions and doubts that we have. Sometimes when we don't feel that we're getting the answers to the questions or the help that we need, the guidance that we need, perhaps we're missing it because we're not looking at the entire picture, or perhaps we're not recognizing the way that we receive the messages, if that makes any sense. And perhaps we expect messages to come through loud and clear and obviously, but sometimes they come through subtly. Sometimes you have to look through different layers and see what's out of focus, what's just out of focus. What do I need to look a little further into? Maybe you need to find a quiet place to listen. Maybe you need to find that time of solitude so that you can connect with yourself and get the answers and the guidance that you need, right? So the angels are just telling us, look, consider the way that you see things or feel or hear, the ways that you get information, because there's not, the answers are not always obvious and they're not always complete on the surface. And so it takes some dedication, it takes time, it takes time to yourself so that you can open to receive and hear and trust the messages that you get. The trust is so vitally important that without that trust and faith in the messages that you receive, then it's a big challenge, and you'll spend a lot of time questioning yourself, questioning the answers that you get. So it's about developing trust, developing faith, and developing the intimate knowledge of how you receive messages as well. Hi, Sam. Good morning, Kiki. It's good to have you guys here. So yes, I hope you can all join us on Friday for Halloween Squares. I think it's going to be an absolute blast because, if you missed our Spiritual View shows, you've got to sign up for those too. Those are on every Monday at 4:00. And sometimes we're just silly, and sometimes we're silly and we talk about important spiritual topics, and every week is different. But I can tell you that when all of us get together, we're all very different in the way that we work spiritually. but our goal is the same, and our hearts are the same when it comes to helping others. And so I hope you can spend an hour with us on Mondays at 4 p.m. And if you can't make the live show, then you can certainly watch archived version. But yesterday we had some very interesting talks about past life regression and past lives and their meanings, and how some of us are affected by things that we learned about ourselves from the past. So pretty interesting stuff. We never know until the show actually gets started what we're going to talk about. And there's always a lot of laughs involved. So it's kind of a nice way to end a Monday. So Barbara, hi Barbara. Barbara says that she and her son see so many triple numbers, and they're going through trying times, but are remaining hopeful. Wow, that's beautiful, Barbara. And let me tell you, the reason that you're seeing those numbers is because the angels find different ways to make you aware of their presence. And one of those ways is by sending you those things that keep drawing your awareness, like the triple numbers. And now you're wondering, what does all this mean? What does this mean? How does this affect us? What's the significance of seeing these triple numbers? And so it's a way for them to get you thinking about their presence and thinking about the importance of the spiritual message that they're trying to get. But I can assure you that their overarching message for you right now, and for you and your son, Barbara, is that they are going through times with you. They are not letting you flounder by yourself. They're always right there, giving you support, giving you guidance, giving you hope. And one of the ways they're doing that is by sending you those numbers, saying, hello, we're here. You may not be able to see us very well, but we find ways to make ourselves known. So please, Barbara, don't forget to reach out and ask for help, of guidance from any of the angels. Your guardian angel is the perfect one to start with. Archangel Michael, of course, everybody knows and loves Archangel Michael, Saint Michael. Isn't he the best? So there's an angel for everything, and you don't have to know what they all are or who they all are, but just the fact that you're asking and reaching out and receiving their messages is absolutely perfect. So keep remaining hopeful, and know that you're not going through this by yourselves. And this message is for everybody. Right? We're all going through challenges one way or another, one form or another, aren't we? And it gets very tiring sometimes, right? Because it just seems it's one after another. So remember to keep yourself surrounded, keep yourself in the state of mind that you're not doing this by yourself, that there are answers out there. Your angels are right next to you all the time. Go ahead, stick your arm out this far. Go ahead. There's an angel right there, just that close to you. So keeping in mind that we are also responsible for the environment that we are in to a large degree. So if we find, and I say this all the time, but we find ourselves in an environment that makes us feel anxious or stressed or rude or mad or happy or joyful, whatever that is, just remember that energy is changeable. The environment is changeable. So if you don't like what you're seeing, if you don't like what you're feeling, then change it, right? So put on nice music as opposed to lousy news. Put on a nice cartoon as opposed to a violent movie. Whatever it is that makes you feel good, that makes you feel light, that makes you feel bright, that makes you feel like you're can breathe easily. That's the kind of energy you need to remember to be around. So remember, your environment is changeable. So things are changeable, but there is a divine order in all of the confusion. And some of this is about spiritual growth. A lot of it's about spiritual growth. Some of it is just lack of spiritual growth. Like the best way I can say it is about lack of spiritual growth. So Archangel Raziel is the spiritual professor, as many of you have heard me talk about so many times. So Archangel Raziel is this fabulous angel that is the one that helps us when we're on a very serious spiritual path. So if you have asked for help, if you have asked for a teacher, he shows up, Archangel Raziel, and he will bring to you the most esoteric spiritual information that is perfect for you at any given time. So as we continue to throw off things that don't work for us anymore, or we look at things from a different point of view, a deeper point of view, we look for clarity in the murkiness. Archangel Raziel is there to help us make sense of things. He says, and so Archangel Raziel right now is showing that things are going in order. There are things, and they're being put in slots right where they belong. So as you go along, he's taking this blocks of energy and things and events and occurrences and thoughts, and they're all compressed into, let's say, something that looks like a brick, and he's putting it in a slot. And every time something comes up, he picks it up and he puts it in a slot. And this is telling him that this is where it belongs. This is the way. Everything is in order, even though it may not seem like it. So when we're done with something, we take that block and we put it away, or we file it in the proper place. And so even though things may not make much sense to us at the moment, he says there is divine underlying order. And it's very helpful to remember that. And he says, what do you want to accomplish today? What do you want to do today? What change do you want to make in your life, in the lives of others, in the world? What is it that you want to do today? Don't give yourself any limitations, none whatsoever. So whatever comes to your mind, make a note of it, write it down, because putting things on paper with your fingers has so much more depth to it, doesn't it? It's so much more tangible. It's so much more real than typing things electronically. It helps engage your mind in a different way. It helps you be more creative. So when you think about what you want to accomplish just today, not tomorrow, not next week, but today, what would you like to change? And don't worry about how you're going to do it. Just write it down. Say it out loud. Say it to your heart if you have to. Say it in your prayers. What would you like to do today? Well, I'd like to have a nice, peaceful day with no worries, no anxiety. Okay. How does that feel? It just made me feel really happy right now, like really joyful. Just saying those words. That's the kind of day that I want today. And just saying those words. I ask the angels to help me by saying those words, to help them make that happen. And it's a very joyful response right now. The joy and the happiness and the love that I feel right now just by saying those words. I know that that is actually going to take place. So think about what you want to happen today and either write it down or ask your angels for it and watch what happens. Pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to the messages that you get. Pay attention to what happens. What has changed during your day? Barbara and your son, what would you like? What changes would you like to see happen? Kiki, Sam, Chris, everybody. I mean, you don't have to answer me, but on the chat here, Barbara, everybody, just Sarah, take a moment to check in with yourself right now and just ask yourself, what would you like different today? And then ask the angels to help you have it. That's all it takes. Elizabeth writes that she took my advice and stopped anxiety in its tracks and gave her worries to the angels over the weekend, and it all worked out. Oh, beautiful. See? We all kind of need to do that from time to time, right? Maybe it's every hour during some times. Maybe we need to remember to do it every hour, but just keep doing it until you let go of enough until you receive enough, until you're where you want to be. You just keep going. No limits. Wise Pearl says she's on the earth as of 60 years of today. Well, happy birthday to you. Very happy birthday and many, many more years of health and happiness to you, Pearl. Wise Pearl. Peace and hope is good. Yes, ma'am. I hope something fabulous comes up for you in the next year and every year. All right. I like birthday people. So I love birthdays, you know. I decided some years ago, I was at work on a birthday, and it was going along so well, and I was happy, having a great time, and then something happened, and it turned out to be a real damper on the day. So, you know, like a rude customer or somebody like that. But I said, that's it. I'm never working on my birthday again, and I will. And since then, I have never worked on my birthday again. And it's the greatest thing ever. It gives you absolute freedom. So I'll go spend it on the beach or the library or sleeping in or whatever it is I feel like doing. That's my day, right? There's only one day a year. You get to do whatever you want. So I recommend never working on your birthday unless you work at home. Then it's kind of hard to get away. Make the best of it, right? We only have so many. And I don't care how old you are. Treat every birthday like you're a kid. Fly a kite, ride a bike, have fun, play, have joy. It's a very special day. The day that you came into this world was a very, very special day. And you think about all of the ways that you've helped other people and affected other people just because you're here. Celebrate it. Enjoy it. Have fun. Play. Act like a kid. Enjoy that childlike energy, which is pure joy and innocence. Just do it. So happy birthday to you, Pearl. So let's see here. I have a couple cards here that just came up, and I don't know what the question is yet, but the cards are here, so I'm going to have to get some insight on that. All right, who are these cards for? What are these cards for? Oh, it's for everybody. Okay, so this fabulous card I want to show you is about enjoying the moment, enjoying every moment. Enjoy the moment, breathe, freedom, stepping outside and just breathing and, sorry, someday I'll get this right. Enjoy the moment. Look how beautiful that is. Can you just feel that sun? It feels so warm, so soft. The air feels soft in this picture. So breathe and enjoy the moment. Take that special time for you. The next message is from Archangel Uriel, the angel of peace. Entering into the void where you can go into your heart, into your soul, and breathe. Just breathe. Just have that solitude, that quiet time. When you go into that quiet time, what happens? You enter into the void where you're able to connect with higher realms much more easily and enjoy this beautiful, peaceful picture of the heavens. Entering into the void, just breathe and enjoy this moment. All right. So we took off last week. Our producer, Tiffany White Sage Woman, had some dealings with the Seraphim angels, and so she is now at a master teacher level for the Seraphim Blueprint program, working with the Seraphim angels. So she got her certification last week. That's an extremely important event. So we took some time off so she could accomplish that. So what a beautiful accomplishment that is, being able to connect at such a high level of fabulous angels. And I know that on her show on Sundays at 8 p.m., she's going to talk about that. Because I can't wait to hear more about it. It's just a reminder. It's just a reminder that there are so many levels of angels. And it's infinity and beyond. So know that you can keep growing with the angels. The angels help you grow to the very highest level that you want, that is possible for you at any given time. So that's the reminder, they say. We walk together all the time, through all time. And we have since all time. We angels have been with you and help you walk further and higher, and support you and guide you and lift you to the highest realms, where we greet you with open arms, with love, with joy, with happiness, with peace, with learning, with growth. We will show you the way if you ask. If you will commit to your growth, we will show you the way. And Tiffany has certainly done that. And all of us are working towards that goal of having the most beautiful angelic beings of light help us grow and learn and communicate into the highest levels possible for all of us, right? Something beautiful to look forward to. So I am just right now getting this overwhelming sense of energy, and I'm just going to sit in it for a second here. Even my ears are starting to do their, starting to feel their tingling and spasming when I'm getting a big message. But I feel an overwhelming wave of angelic energy right now, and it's very warm and very strong. It is the beings of the Most High, the beings of the highest light, the highest vibration, the beings that are the closest to God. They are so close to God, they are able to touch that divine and perfect energy. And while they are surrounded by this divine and perfect energy, they feel an overwhelming sense of love. Their being is, their life is surrounded by an overwhelming sense of love. That's all they feel, is overwhelming sense of love and joy. And they are very much wishing that we would all feel this incredible strength of love, this incredible strength of joy as they do. So they work with us in many ways, many times, to help us feel that amazing sense of love. Sometimes it's very fleeting. You may only feel it for a moment. It's almost like a little touch, and then it's gone. But the angels say that is us. That is our calling card, one of our many calling cards. But that is the energy of God that they bring to us. And they want us to feel that more often. And the way of having that happen is by being open to receive it. And as it comes in, let it. I could have easily just now kept talking, but that wave of energy just feels so good. And it's so, when you have that happen, it's time to stop and just let it roll over you because it's important in many ways. Sometimes there's a message attached to it beyond the message of love, beyond just a reminder that they're there. But sometimes there's messages that come with it. And I am getting a very big message beyond what I've just told you. And the rest of it will come in time. Angelic communication. Sometimes everything comes through clearly right away. And other times there is so much information, or it comes through in a way that I don't understand it, or we may not understand it right away, but I think you could kind of call that a download. So eventually it will circle around and find a place to land where it will make perfect sense, and you will be aware of that knowledge. Sometimes it needs to take time because it can be overwhelming if it were all to come in at once. So it's developed slowly or given to you slowly. If that's the case, and that happens a lot, that's fine. Just have that faith that once you've allowed that energy to come to you, then the messages come with it. And you may not know them right away, but you will eventually. Yeehaw. Oh my goodness. Hello, Kimberly. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Elena. Good morning. Good to have you guys here today. All right, so let's see, what else can I tell you about? We got a lot going on. Okay, and here's another one I want to remind you of. November 14th is our next Spiritual Message Circle. We were booked this Saturday night. We were booked with a couple people that we had to add on to the next one. So what it is, for those of you that aren't aware of it, is there are about 5 of us show hosts, and we do a roundtable reading on whoever signs up for that particular time slot. And they're purchased time slots, so you can purchase them in 15-minute increments. And each one of us goes around and gives you a reading during that time frame. We are all so different, but amazingly, our messages are similar. The messages that we receive are similar, and they're delivered in a different way, but they all come back to love and support and guidance, great insight, amazing insight. And again, we have a lot of fun doing that too. It's a very different way for people to receive spiritual messages, but we are really enjoying it, and it's getting very popular. So December 14th, and then there is one in December. So check those out. Get signed up for those before all the time slots are gone. We only do them for, I think, an hour and a half, but we've been filling up. But there have been some very profound messages given. And there's a lot of healing that takes place, When you are open to receiving messages from the higher realms, when you receive those messages, there's typically a lot of healing that takes place when you get a reading, because the angels, the healers, God, Jesus, all the ascended masters will typically come in and help you on so many different levels, whether it is a spiritual level, a health, physical level, emotional, in any part of time, any part of existence, the future, the past, the present. There's so much healing that takes place too. So there's a lot more that goes on to just knowing about, the usual things about love life or work life or some of the more common questions. But there's a lot of healing that takes place during that time. So not only do we get to help you answer those questions, get answers to those questions, but there's healing that happens in there as well. Yeah. So sign up for your readings. If you want a longer angel message, your own very own private angel message, you can set up a reading with me, Laura at angelsandhealinglight.com, or you can go to my website and do that. As we all need angel messages at this time, right? All right. Let's see here. Kathy, good to see you. Kavita, hello, everyone. Hello, Kavita. Alrighty, let's see, Kathy. So what I'm going to do is pull some cards. And so I'm going to do readings. And I would like for you all to please pay attention to what I say, because this message may be for you, may be for someone you love. And you will know when it resonates with you or not. So the very first card is from the fabulous Archangel Michael, who says, raise your vibration, rise above, open up, connect with the light, connect with the love of God, and raise up to the higher levels of being. This goes right along with the angelic message that I received just a few minutes ago, talking about the angels shining their light and love around us, that immense sense of love. And Archangel Michael is one of those amazing beings, isn't he? Look at this card. Isn't it beautiful? I love this card. I love them all, but they're all just so uniquely beautiful. Raising your vibration, making sure that you choose to raise your vibration. Okay? So rather than being stuck in lower energies, raise your vibration. Get out of that lower energy, that lower way of thinking. It's time to rise above. And Archangel Michael is there to help you do that. Yeah, Kathy, I love him too. All right, so let's see. Next one. Next message coming up. And this angel right now is talking about a divine blueprint. The way things are supposed to be. The divine blueprint. So as we are in an existence that has, everything has its own blueprint, its divine blueprint. And sometimes that blueprint gets out of order, or awry, or whacked out, whatever you want to call it, out of alignment. So the angels are talking right now about being in the divine blueprint and healing things within the divine blueprint that are not in perfect alignment with God's light. So now they ask you to just focus within for a moment. You have a tremendous force of healing angels that are showing up one after another right now. This is going to be a tremendous force of energy. So focus on your heart for a moment. Let everything else go. And imagine the angels that are pouring down this beautiful light, streams of blue light, almost like the color of natural gas, that kind of luminescent, medium blue. And they're pouring this beautiful light down upon you now. This is the divine blueprint light. And everything within that blueprint is being helped to return to its original form, the form that it was meant to be, perfect, in alignment with God's will. So just take a moment and see that light pouring down all through your top of your head, through the top of your shoulders, Let it traveling down your body, down to your feet, out of your feet, into the ground, out of the tips of your fingers, into the ground. And let that light shine and continue to grow around you in a circumference that keeps growing bigger and bigger until it's about 3 feet away. And let everything inside that blue light be returned to the divine and perfect blueprint, the way things are to be aligned. Naturally, spiritually, perfectly. This light flushes out things that are toxic or lower energy, to let it go. You may feel tingling now throughout your legs, your fingertips especially. You may feel a lot of tingling right now. And this is Archangel Michael helping you raise your vibration, helping you heal, helping you align anything that was out of balance. All of these angels that are here for healing are morphing into one very large energy. You may feel a significant sense of warmth now. And just let that love light shine through you. Let that healing light shine through you. Let that spiritual light lift you up and bring you closer to the higher levels, bring you out of the lower energies, the lower realms, helping you release, let go of anything that is not for you anymore. Letting you help be open to receiving insight, information, and just clearing away debris, obstacles, worries. And now they are saying you are blessed. Each one of you is so very blessed. And they leave you with this healing light and healing love. It's a little zing of joy at the end there. Woohoo! Hello, Christine. Hi, Ruth. Further releasing fear and embracing love, right? It's kind of what we just did. Releasing fear and embracing love, that beautiful blue light. Yeah. Woohoo. I just love working with those angels. All righty, so let's see what's next. What message is next for everyone? And again, if this message resonates with you, this is for you, so pay attention. Even though I don't say your name, you'll know if this one is for you. There are 2 cards that come with this, and what I love about these 2 cards is their images are extremely similar, so I'd like you to look at the images. These are from Archangel Michael and from Angel Guide Orion. And here's another one, repetitive message about breathing and grounding. We also have a message about your authentic purpose. Look at these beautiful light coming out of the water. The reflections, the ripples, the rays of light. Aren't these just gorgeous? So what do these images say to you? Are they about reaching out? Like the ripples of water that are reaching closer to the light, closer to the divine guidance, closer to the angels. And you look at this one, it's almost like little footprints. Oops, camera's backwards, right? Don't these look like little footprints right here? that are just walking closer to the sun, to the light, to the stars. So breathing, grounding, and following your authentic purpose. The angels are helping with your authentic. What is your authentic purpose? Besides being a happy, healthy human being, I think those are just gorgeous. Anna. Oh, good morning, Anna, sweetie. Anna said that her father just passed away this morning. Anna, your message came through here at 11:44 a.m. Angel numbers. So Anna, your father had a deep reverence for Jesus, for God, a deep love. And he is home. Surrounded by family of love. The angels are showing me an extraordinary sense of love and warmth that are surrounding him. It's almost as big as the universe. It goes out so far. So know that your dad is surrounded by an extraordinary sense of love and warmth, healing and compassion. And all of us here surround you with that love and compassion too. Archangel Raziel has one word for you, and that's peace. He's telling you peace, a sense of peace, a world of peace, an energy and environment of peace for you and for your dad. He says he hopes you understand that. He's trying to give you an indication of that feeling of peace, which is warm and comfortable and soft. But he surrounds you in peace. Okay, sweetie. Sarah sees herself soaring up high and releasing, and once again she got up so high that she was on the back of Pegasus. Oh gosh, that's a beautiful image, Sarah. That's just gorgeous. Ooh, see what these angels will do if you just let them. And if you let yourself, that's the biggest thing, is allowing yourself to get up into those higher realms. And Archangel Michael helping you raise your vibration, just like you just now. So good work, Sarah. Good work, good work. And Chris has a goat named Orion. Chris, you've got the greatest. How did you come along? How did you come by that name for your goat? Did you guys pick it, or did it come with? Orion is one of the first constellations I ever learned. And it was on a beach in Hawaii. Oh gosh, was it absolutely gorgeous. Just absolutely breathtakingly gorgeous. So I like Orion for that, one of those reasons. This card has come up twice today. Archangel Michael talking about creating. Well, see, this again is kind of in line with the angel message of this morning, where we have a background that is in part of the foreground that's really not very clear. It's a little bit foggy, isn't it? But there's a lot going on back there. There's circles and stars and dots, and there's an angel, a big angel holding a sword. There's dots of light everywhere. So this card has a little fog to it, but if we look beyond that fog, what do we see? We see beautiful orbs, we see stars, we see this incredible angel. So just because you can't see it clearly doesn't mean it's not there. That's such an important message for today. It's all about seeing. It's all about seeing today. That's our message for today. So creating your future, sometimes it's hard to do when you can't see the future, right? It is hard. That's why Archangel Michael shows up to tell you, well, we're here and we'll help you. Barbara asks if she's able to watch this later. You certainly are, Barbara. Just click on the link and it will start right away. And that is anytime. As soon as this show ends, pretty much you could start it over right now because we're instant. And please share. If this show has resonated with you in any way whatsoever, please share it because it might help somebody out too. There's been a message in here or healing in here that might be helping someone that needs it. Boy, my bangs just look fabulous today, don't they? Gee whiz, forget about it. So please share and get on my mailing list so that you can get the weekly email messages, because some days I feel like I don't have anything new to say about the angels. But every time I think that, they come through with something really profound. They're like that. So just when you think you just don't have anything new to say, they're like, oh no, we have so much more to talk about. So thank you for being here and receiving those messages. And thank you for being part of this Angels and Healing Light and Goldylocks Productions family, because I think we're a bunch of wonderful human beings that are really trying to help one another out. Your compassionate comments for Anna, and many times in the past, people that have been having difficult times, you've always made such compassionate, caring comments that it really makes me happy to know that you're being angels to other people, because those words of kindness and support mean so much when people are going through a tough time, right? You're being your angels yourself. So Chris says a little ago, Orion came with, well, I have an angel guide named Orion, Chris. So is Orion a guide to anybody there on the sanctuary? Hey, you guys, make sure you check out Chris's show on Friday at noon. Every Friday at noon, Chris comes live from the Little Bear Sanctuary right here in beautiful Florida, where it is now home to over 130, I think, 130 or so animals that have been rescued from abuse, from neglect, from slaughter. And these are basically, barnyard animals, goats and pigs, lots of pigs, a couple of cows, and geese. I think he's got geese, dogs. There's so many out there that now have very loving families. There's a turtle that hangs out with the pig, and so 160 now. My goodness. So he's got 160 animals now, when he started off with just a couple, but 160 lovely lives that are living the rest of their lives out with peace, with happiness, with healthy environment where they're getting cared for and loved. And it's just, it just warms my heart every single time to know that there is another animal that's having a good time, that's waking up every day and has the ability to have a good day and have fun and run around and play and have a good relationship, a loving relationship with the people there, make relationship with the other animals there where they can just be themselves. And so there's a lot of great stories, a lot of great things that Chris does. Chris also teaches us about healthy living, about vegan living, and ways to reduce cruelty to animals. So please check out his show on Fridays at noon. Elizabeth says that she decided to live in the moment and stop worrying about life purpose. And I told her that anxiety wasn't helpful, so she's letting it all go. Oh, you're welcome. You know, I've been in those shoes where you just know you need to figure out what your life purpose is. And sometimes it doesn't make sense, and sometimes it doesn't come through to you, and sometimes you think, oh, no, that can't possibly be true. No way. Well, that's part of faith and trust. And I'll tell you that, you know, it's a thing. It really is a thing. You know that there's something you need to accomplish, but you're not quite sure what it is. And it's, you know, you get so motivated to do that, and you feel like you just have to do it. So I understand. I've been through that. Now I know what my life purpose is at this one. Remember that our life purposes change at different points throughout our lives. So sometimes it's to be a mom or a dad or a kid or an employee of some kind or a leader, whatever it is. Our life purposes change throughout our lives. But there comes a time where you feel such an overarching sense of you have to know. You just absolutely have to know what you're on such a mission to figure out what it is so you can do it. Believe me, it will become clear to you. And a lot of it is accepting what it is that you get, or accepting the fact that it might be absolutely outrageous. You might think it's outrageous. And if you would have told me 20 years ago that I'd be sitting here talking about angels, I would have told you were crazy. And to me, that seemed outrageous, but here I am. And I've been doing it now for 10 years or so. And it makes perfect sense to me. Now it does. But back then, like, right, sure. So be open to things that might seem ridiculous or outrageous or impossible, because you know in your heart of hearts, things will just keep coming up over and over and over again for you that will start to make sense and put things in order for you. So I sure understand that, Elizabeth. And when you let it go, it'll start to make sense, because I think that what happens is when we worry so much, we start to put little walls up, little binders up. Oh, no, that's not possible. I've already decided that's not going to happen. Well, that's just kind of defeating, because it doesn't allow the possibilities to come in. So remember earlier today, I said, ask for one, whatever you want to happen today, whatever that thing is. Don't put any limits on it. Don't try to figure out how it's going to happen. Just ask for it. That's part of that process. So, yeehaw. Good deal. Sugar Magnolia says, would a puppy be an angel? And to thanks for helping listen to my mom. You're welcome. Would a puppy be an angel? Not the angel in the actual sense, because angels are divine messengers from God. They're spiritual light beings, and they are very specific. They have a very specific energy. However, I could say to you that a puppy can be an angel of a different sort, an angel that's here perhaps to help you heal, to help make you happy, maybe doing the work of an angel. But sometimes our beloved animals, pets, whether they're wild or domesticated animals, have a purpose too. And they come in knowing that there's something that they can do to help us. And they recognize that. It's one of the things I think is so important about giving animals a lot more due than they receive most of the time, because there's a lot more to them than we see on the surface. So your puppy may be an angel of a type, not the divine type, but certainly here to make a difference in your life and to help you. They're amazing, aren't they? So, if it's a girl, you could name it Angel. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that just about wraps our show up. Got about a minute left. So I want to again send thoughts, prayers, hugs, peace, comfort to Anna and to her father. Everything's going to be okay, honey. Just the angels are just saying, remember the word peace. It's so important for you to remember that, and I think you do. So thank you, everybody that participated in the show today, for your comments. I hope the messages that you received helped you And please use them to help others by sharing this show. Just don't make fun of my hair today, okay? Because I was trying to pull it out earlier. My hair has a mind of its own. So I will see you again. Some of you, I hope to see on Friday on Halloween Squares. Oh, it's going to be so scary. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be a scream. So check out Halloween Squares. We've got a big lineup of shows now. I think, I'm not sure how many shows we have, 8, 9, 10 shows now, Tiffany. So check them out. We have one coming up here in a minute, in an hour, I believe, and traveling on today. So I'll see you Friday, I hope. If not, we'll see you next Tuesday. Angels and Healing Light. You're welcome, everybody. Be happy, be well, and I will see you next week. It'll be November, I think. Ooh, that's scary. See ya.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.